the best place in the world. I love it.
The Wishbone, located across the street from Chicago's famous 954 Art Gallery, brings a pleasant but welcome twist to Chicago dining. Here you'll find Southern Reconstructionist cooking at its best. It combines tableside service with a cafeteria unique to Chicago. Following the success of the Little Bone on Grand Avenue, the Nixon family went all out on this one, the Big Bone. I think I'm ready to eat. I sampled from the large and very tasty cafeteria, then joined Chef Joel Nixon for a brief tour and a cup of coffee.
A lot of places do because...
Joel, with the sign at the door, it says Southern Reconstructionist cooking.
Right. Well, that's a term we gave the food, although Southern cooking is basically what a regional type of cooking that we do. We don't deep fat fry. We don't use lard.
I see a lot of vegetables. Like, is that an accent you do, or?
Well, yeah. I mean, I think sides are very important, and we actually spend just about as much on vegetables as we do on the actual meat items.
In about 10 words, what makes Southern cooking?
Southern cooking is, of course, it is regional. There are different regions in the South that have different style of cooking, like Cajun and Creole are probably the more famous.
All right.
And we do some of that. Ours is a little different. I'm from the coast of North Carolina, so I try to get some of those things and yet do a lot of coastal dishes like crab cakes, and we do salmon cakes.
Which he does very well, I might add. When you're talking about Southern Reconstructionist food, what type of preparation is involved in that?
Well, it's really a lot of preparation. We spend a lot of time. We make all our own stocks. Stocks being the chicken stock and beef stock, but basically that we do all our own baking. There's a lot of the vegetable, the cutting, preparation. We really do everything from scratch is basically what it comes down to.
I know you make all your own baked goods, which is actually quite tasty. I've sampled them. As I look around, this is not just a restaurant, it's a cafeteria. Right. Is there a way you could describe this restaurant? I mean, it's sort of unique.
The cafeteria is something that I'd always wanted to do. They're very popular down south, and fortunately it works very well for us at lunchtime, where there is a volume and you can keep the food changing, and so that works very well for us. At dinner we don't do the cafeteria. Right. It's more a table service. It's a kind of a different style.
Okay, Joel, thanks buddy.
Yeah,
I appreciate your time, and the food is mighty good. Running the front of the house is Bianca, who greets and seats most of the guests with a personal and friendly hello. Bianca, tell me, running the front of the house like you do here at the Wishbone, how would you describe the crowd that comes in here?
We have a very eclectic crowd, very nice mixture of all color, different kinds of jobs. People come in here from blue collar, over teachers, over artists. I think everybody feels pretty comfortable because you don't have to be a certain way, you know, what probably a lot of other restaurants have a tendency to be more in a group environment.
Okay. This restaurant, now this is the second bone. You've got what you call the Little Bone on Grand. How long did you start there?
We started there 3.5 years ago.
So this one's...
And a lot of our regular clientele that used to come to the old Wishbone is actually following down here.
Sure.
But we still have some discrepancy because some people rather go to the old bone than to the new bone, and that's the reason why we are reopening dinners over there again.
I got you. Now, as we look around, we see this very fancy artwork. I see your bionic chicken up there, and maybe you could tell us a little bit about the artist.
All the paintings have been done by Leon Nixon, specifically for this restaurant and also for the old restaurant. Actually, we stole this one out of the old restaurant.
I see.
Which everybody was very upset about. And she decided to pick her themes, what would fit in the restaurant.
If folks want to come here, when are you open and how do they get here?
They dial 850-BONE, B-O-N-E, and they come to 1001 West Washington, just right on the corner of Morgan and Washington. Entrance is actually on the Morgan side. And we serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week.
You'll also serve some great brunches on Saturday and Sunday. I personally attest to that. Thank you, Bianca.
Thank you.